I'm gonna get first place in Showdown with every single brawler in the game, but to make this harder, I only gave myself 12 hours to complete the challenge. Or I'll give away a Brawl Pass for every 10 minutes that I go over time. And so I started the timer and hopped straight into my first game with Shelly. Oh, I'm still not, okay, woo! Okay, and well, even though the first game didn't go as planned, I did calculate a little bit of room for error. I have a couple tries with every single brawler in order to finish on time, but the second game was looking much better. I think that's a kill. Okay, I got the kill onto Doug. 6 versus 6. He does have hypercharge. I do not. I don't have hypercharge. Please. Nice, nice. Okay, 2 attempts. We'll take that. 2 attempts is really good. Now, only 96 more brawlers to go. And we're making good pace, but the bad news is Shelly is one of the easiest brawlers to win with. Later, you'll see brawlers that I really struggle. But we kept our momentum going, as in our first game with Anita, we managed to clutch it out and win the game. We actually ended up winning first try with Colt as well, so at this point, I'm looking really good. And Bull, not much different. It took us only 2 tries to win with Bull. But as soon as we hit Brock, things started to turn for the worst already. I kept losing over and over and over again. And honestly, this map is just not meant for Brock. Now, I was getting top 4 finishes, even some top 2 finishes, but that doesn't count inside this challenge. We need first place. And so as I saw the clock continuously climbing, I started to worry that this video could end up being my most expensive ever if I keep failing. And so after 11 losses in a row, we finally had a chance to win with Brock. Yes, finally. But now we're behind pace. But while we grind out some more first place finishes, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Now, you've probably seen the Z Fold on this channel before, and that's because this phone is an absolute beast. This is my favorite Samsung phone to release up to date, and that's probably because of the 6.5-inch display screen. Wow, I got it. Wow, 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 wow. This bigger display is perfect for watching movies, watching YouTube videos, or even just playing games. And speaking of games, the Z Fold 7 runs games very smoothly with its Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. Polka with 2 tries. Holy crap. It has all the power and speed and a phone you could ask for. And not to mention, this is the thinnest and lightest the Fold has ever been. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Go check out the Galaxy Z Fold 7 in the description down below. Thank you to Samsung for sponsoring the video. And let's get back to more first place finishes. Now at this point, things were going pretty good. We were winning at about 3 to 4 tries per brawler. But the problem is we kept getting worse brawlers on this map. And we have to go in order of rarity. So we can't just skip to the good brawlers and get them done first. We have to go in order, which means we got stuck on brawlers like Dynamite, and I was losing over and over again, so I even tried to team a little bit, because why not? At this point, I was getting extremely frustrated. Showdown just boils my blood for some reason. But finally, after 9 tries, this bull decided to fight me in the open. Ha ha ha! I don't know why he came out of the bush. I never would have won that, but okay. But of course, our next brawler is Tick, a brawler that is probably no better on this map. And well, I felt like I was fighting for my life. Two outplays in one game. Holy crap. Now, we needed that win so bad because I'm still a little bit behind pace at this point, but I decided to take a little bit of a break until the next day, and well, the map changed, and the map changed for the better. It was much more open and versatile. It should be a lot easier to win with more variety of brawlers. However, I was kind of having an off day today. It was taking me a lot of tries sometimes to win. It ended up taking me 4 tries with 8-bit to get first place, then followed up by Rico, who took me 7 tries. This one was a little bit rough. Oh my goodness, I won that. Finally. After that, we got a little bit of rebound and got Daryl with 2 tries. We're outplaying, baby. Let's go. Then it took me 5 tries with Penny, which is a little bit too much for my liking. A little bit of bing, bang, boom. A little bit of bop. A little bit of bing. A little bit bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. I don't know why I'm going so crazy right now, but that just made me happy. Then it took me 8 tries with Carl. This one really hurt because Carl's one of my better brawlers, but I was just getting so tilted at this point that I was playing really bad. And honestly, I was going through it. Showdown definitely brings out the worst in me. Invises everywhere. But after that, I finally started to pick it up. I ended up winning first try with Jackie, which I thought was kind of a miracle. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Finally. Finally. Is that first try, Jackie? Then it only took me a couple tries to win with Gus, and I also managed to get first place, first try with Bo. Oh my goodness! First try with Bo! And then we had Ems. Probably one of the best brawlers right now, thanks to buffies. So I thought this was going to be easy, but oh boy, was I wrong. Leave me alone! Where's my gadget? I'm going crazy. What the f? Eventually, I finally stopped getting teamed on and managed to get first place, but this one took me 8 tries as well. Definitely not the pace I need. At this point, I was almost ready to quit the challenge. I was tired of playing Showdown, but once I started challenge, I need to finish it. And so, instead, I locked in. Whatever. Whatever, it counts. Okay. Thanks for not supering me, Shelly. Very much appreciate it. I thought I was dead. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Now, it was going good at that point, but of course it didn't last. It was back to taking several tries to win. So it took me 5 tries with B, then it took me 7 tries with Nanny, which is a little bit too much. And then lastly, it took me 4 tries with Edgar, which I feel like Edgar should be a 1 or 2 try brawler. But either way, for my 30th brawler Griff, we did manage to get it first try, which was definitely a little bit of a momentum boost. But then the map changed again, and we had Grom, probably one of the worst brawlers in Showdown. Because of how many Mikos, Lilies, Edgars, more, you get the point. It is very hard to survive with Grom. So I kept failing over and over and over again, and at this point, I started to do a little rough math for you guys. We had about 8 hours remaining, or 480 minutes, and we have 67 more brawlers to go. So if you do the math, it means we have about 7 minutes with every brawler to get first place. This is counting matchmaking time, random little breaks, etc. So we need to win in about 3 to 4 tries on average if if we want to beat this challenge. So after struggling with Grom for 8 tries, I was ready to pick up the pace. It only took me 3 tries with Bonnie to get first place, and then after that, I had managed to get first place with Gale after only 1 game. Then Colette took a little bit of time. It took me about 5 tries to get first place with Colette. Belle was super easy. Belle's one of my best brawlers. It only took me 1 try. It then only took me 3 tries with Ash to get first place. This is just enough to keep on pace. Same thing with Lola, only took me 3 tries. Sam, however, only took me 1 try, which was kind of a miracle, so very happy about that one. 4 tries with Mandy because, yeah, messed up a little bit here and there. And finally, it only took me 3 tries with Maisie. I messed up a little bit, but 3 tries is good enough. Which means we now have 40 brawlers down and 57 more to go. We're still a ways away. But now we're on a new map. But every time I take a break and switch maps like this, it's good and bad. It's really good for the mental reset because sometimes I just get really tilted and play bad. However, it feels like I have to learn how to play each new showdown map over and over again. And so for the first couple brawlers every time, it takes me a little bit of extra time. Usually. And so I ended up getting first place with Hank after only 3 tries. And then Pearl actually only took me 2 tries, which was very good. Larry, who took me 4 tries, but honestly, this was just because there were so many assassins on the map. Angelo, actually a really good showdown brawler in my opinion, only took 2 tries. But at this point, after Angelo, I felt like I finally learned the map, and I went on a rampage of wins. Oh, they kill each other. Nice. A little bit ants everywhere. Wow, okay. Trunk, first try. Nice. Nice. Okay. Nice. Nice. Gene, first try is crazy. Please. There we go. First try. Nice. Bing! Not the cleanest, but Mr. P win. And so out of those 9 brawlers I just won with, Barry all the way to Mr. P, I got 6 of them in the first try. And I only struggled a little bit with Mortis, Shade, and Mr. P, who took 4 tries each. But my next brawler was Sprout. And unfortunately, Sprout might be one of the worst showdown brawlers in the game. But Sprout is my best brawler, so I was still hopeful that this wouldn't take too many tries. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters that I count. Dude. Dude! Why am I always next to Mortises? I dropped him in a box. At least he died. At least he died. And then, I don't know how. Yes! Oh my goodness! Finally! This is so hard! Now at this point in the challenge, I realized it's so brawler dependent on how many tries it takes. Brawlers that have escapes or ways to get away from assassins typically do so much better than brawlers that don't. But there is a few exceptions. For example, Byron, the next brawler, only took me 1 try. Byron doesn't really have an escape, but can somewhat deal with assassins pretty well with the super. However, brawlers like Squeak, who was next, ended up taking me 5 tries because I felt like I kept getting jumped on by assassins over and over and there was nothing really I could do. So in order to beat this challenge, I knew I had to win with the good brawlers fast and minimize the damage with the bad brawlers. I can't afford to lose 10 times with a brawler anymore. 2 seconds later though, I unfortunately did exactly what I can't do. I lost with Buzz over and over and over again. 10 tries to be exact, and Buzz is a good showdown brawler. Mistakes like this could kill me inside of this challenge. But finally, after 10 tries, I managed to clutch out a first place, and the momentum was definitely fading away. However, Fang was my next brawler, and Fang is a relatively good assassin, and so I couldn't let that happen again. First try. There we go. There we go. And after that, the mental was still gone. It wasn't back, so I took yet another break, and the map changed into this crazy, wild map. This map might exactly be what I need to make up time inside this challenge. Oh! Bro got absolutely... Oh, dude, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. He's almost doing it. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that happen. This map is, this guy is mad. Oh my God. Run, buddy, run. This is a, oh my goodness, what a get. No, you can't see my face. My camera's broken. My camera's broken. I gotta stand in here. Yes. Yes. Holy. Oh, I'm. This map could be good for me. This map could be really good for me. He's won. Surely they kill him. Nice! First try, Otis. This map, somehow the trains are good for me. Now, Buster was up next, which I did end up struggling a little bit. It took me 6 tries to win with Buster, and that's mostly because of short range. But after Buster, I had some long range brawlers that went much more smoothly. I had Gray and RT, who only took a couple tries each. At this point, I was feeling really good. I knew I could make up a lot of time on this map. And so I ended up also grabbing a first place, first try with Willow. But then here comes Doug. I was worried because Doug has the shortest range in the game. I thought this could take me a lot of tries. And well, first game, we lost. We just couldn't get to the middle safely, but the second game was looking much better as I grabbed so many cubes on the outside of the map. Okay. Does he not realize? Oh my goodness, he didn't realize that I was not dead? Next up was Chuck, and Chuck surprisingly wasn't too hard on this map. It only took me a couple tries, but once I got set up in the middle with Chuck, Chuck works really well with the trains. Kind of ironic. Yes! Now, even though I was making up really good time here, I still would struggle with a couple brawlers here and there. For example, it took me 7 tries with Charlie, a brawler that definitely should not take me 7 tries. After Charlie, there was a good stretch of good showdown brawlers. Miko was next, and Miko is a beast on this map. It only managed to take me 2 tries to get first place. After that, Melody, who is very versatile in escaping and being an assassin herself, only took me 1 try. After that was Lily, probably one of the best showdown brawlers, pretty self-explanatory. Lily also only took me 2 tries. After that was Clancy, who's not actually a good showdown brawler, but I managed to get levels pretty early, and once you get level 3, it's not that hard to play Clancy, so this one only took me 3 tries as well. After that was Mo, and Mo is so good right now in the current meta, in my opinion, so Mo got first try. After that, Juju was the next brawler, and Juju is very good on this map thanks to the water. Juju also only took me 2 tries. And then Ollie. Ollie was a little bit of a struggle, and that's honestly just because I suck with Ollie, so this one took me 5 tries, unfortunately. But now we have 20 brawlers remaining. 2 hours and 40 minutes left on the clock. And so yes, technically Pierce was in the game at this point, but since I didn't have early access, I couldn't play Pierce, so don't worry about the 98, it's 97 brawlers. However, our next brawler, Lumi, was a nightmare. I don't really know what it was about Lumi, but the fact that she's bad against assassins, plus she doesn't have that great range, made her really hard to win with during this challenge. I was losing over and over and over again, and honestly, it didn't feel like there was an end to losing. It honestly got to the point where I didn't even know what to do anymore. I was losing so much. No way! I lost 15 games in a row, the most of any brawler so far during this challenge. And finally, on the 16th game, I finally had an opportunity to win. Hold. Please. Please tell me I won. 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 Yes! Lumi alone managed to take over 30 minutes, which is not good because that puts us right back to barely on pace or not even on pace to finish this challenge. And because of Lumi, I was so tilted, I took one more final break to get ready for the last 19 brawlers. And at this point, I had to lock in straight away because a mistake like Lumi could mean I fail this entire challenge. So first up was Finks, and this only took me 2 tries. Luckily, Finks is not one of my best brawlers. But then we had Jae Young, who I really like playing, so this one was relatively easy, managed to get it first try. Then we had Ali, a very good showdown brawler, plus pretty good on this map in my opinion, but I struggle with Ali. Ali might be one of my worst brawlers in the entire game, so this one took me 6 tries to get first place. But after Ali, I went on an absolute rampage. Nice. Nice. Yes! I thought that was the real one. He almost got me with that bait. And a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and then a little bit of this, and then a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Oh my goodness. Griff, hyper, super. Oh yeah, oh dude, it's over. It's over. Yeah, good G. GGG. Nice. Nice. And then boom. GG, that was insta-deleted. Well, that is a dead mortis. Daryl killed himself. That guy is dead. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of sneaky. It's gonna get weird. Juke and curve. Juke and curve. Juke and curve. This was one of the best runs I had during this challenge. All those brawlers only took 1 try except for Ziggy, who took 2 tries. This made up all the lost time that I had with Lumi, and I was now down to 10 brawlers remaining with 1 hour and 40 minutes left. It was looking good now that I went on this win streak, but it can easily turn around for the worst. And the nerves started to get to me a little. I knew I was doing good, but I was rushing, and since I was rushing, I started to make mistakes and lose games. It then took me 5 tries with Sandy to get the win. After that, it took me 3 tries with Amber, which was a little annoying because of this random bug where my fire didn't light. So yeah, I'm still a little salty about that one. But then after that, it was Meg, who's a pretty good showdown brawler because Meg's explosive star power is decent against assassins. This one also only took me 4 tries. And after that, the next brawlers also went pretty well. I clutched up first try with Surge. Chester took me 4 tries, but I was so close to winning the first game. No! go. After that was Cord, and this one's self-explanatory. Cord is probably one of the best showdown brawlers. This one only took me 2 tries. After that was Kit. Kit is, in my opinion, the best showdown brawler in the game. This one was super easy, probably the easiest game of the entire challenge. But during that easy game with Kit, the map changed one final time, and I only had 3 brawlers remaining: Draco, Kenji, and Kaze. Now, Draco and Kenji, I don't play almost at all. I have like 0 experience with them after playing since they released, so I'm not good with them. Kaze, however, I'm a little bit better at, so hoping that I can win with Kaze pretty quick. And well, I had 55 minutes left on the clock. As long as I don't have another Lumi accident, I should be fine. But of course, I started failing. I was losing over and over again, and I started to get anxious. I had no idea what I was doing with Draco. I just had to hope that I could get to the end of the map and hopefully just clutch up a win. Yes, let's go, baby. Come on. Next up is Kenji, and same thing, even more losses with Kenji. I lost over and over again, and I was now making really dumb mistakes. I was just auto-aiming my super instead of actually aiming it, and most times it would never hit anybody. No, I had it. It literally was in animation. Even though I had good amount of time left, I could see the clock getting closer and closer to 12 hours. I was getting so worried at this point. Yes, RT. Now all I have to do is win with Kaze and it's all over. This is pretty big. This is pretty big. This is pretty big. It's a 1v1 and it's a kid, isn't it? Okay, how do I win this?
Not even worth shopping.
Great stuff, great stuff. It's gonna have to jump me. Jump! 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 We got it. We got it. Finally. Finally. First try Kaze. Let's go. And with that, I got first place with all 97 brawlers with 30 minutes left to spare. If you made it this far, I'll still give away a brawl pass in my Discord in the description down below. If you like and subscribe. Peace.